We all know how much effort goes into choosing a perfect pair of shoes. Do they fit? Do I feel confident in them? But how much effort do we put into our words that we choose to use? Just like your shoes, they say a lot about you and they carry you basically through life, just like your shoes. What's up everyone, welcome back to this channel, and today we are talking about words, about the way how they shape us, because we are partially made out of clay and the words are somewhat the tools that shape us, and we get to choose whether we want to end up in a perfect amazing Coca-Cola shape or if we want to end up in a shape that we don't like and the world doesn't like neither. Because words are a lot like shoes. The wrong ones can trip us up, make us feel uncomfortable, or can leave the wrong impression. Whereas the good ones make us feel confident and just grounded and proud to be ourselves. In this video, I'm going to show you how to choose your words as carefully as if you would be choosing your pair of shoes. Because at the end of the day, your words are also carrying you throughout your life, just like your shoes. Let's start with this. Words are literally your ultimate accessory. They show who you are. They show your style and the attitude you have towards one topic or one person. Just the same way you would not go on a meeting in flip-flops, you don't want to use words that are inappropriate in certain situations and you really want to pick them, just like the best cherries on the tree. When you choose your words carelessly, they can create confusion or misinterpret who you are. And it's not just when it comes to conversations between two people, it's also the conversation between you and the person you see in the mirror. It's really about being careful with what you say to yourself and to others. You never want to leave a bad impression, as well as you never want to leave a person discouraged just because of your fears, maybe. Maybe you might not be even aware that you have those fears and you feel like you're giving advice that is filled by love to the person. But in fact, it might be harmful words that the person will take and it might stick with them. So take a moment before you speak and ask yourself, what do I want my words to say about me? How do I want to present my own self? When you choose words that you really mean, that are really connected with your authentic self, they feel natural. They feel natural yet impactful, just like the right pair of shoes that feels so comfortable and are so seamless. You don't even feel them. They feel so natural. Just so that you can put your hand in the fire for the things that you said. You stand up for yourself always, for anything that you say. And that's why I encourage you to speak only in the state of calmness and in the state of not reacting, but stopping for a while if you know that you would be reacting, and thinking through what are your emotions towards any situation that might happen. Maybe someone makes you feel angry. Maybe someone makes you feel sad or so excited. But reaction is never really filled with our true selves. It's always pretty much influenced by the dopamine spike or the spike of adrenaline, spike of cortisol. It is always connected with an external influence. For this, you need a great amount of self-awareness, but you can develop it throughout just being with yourself with no phone, no external influences, going on a walk. Just going on a walk raises your self-awareness to like exponentially, really. Meditation, journaling, or sitting in silence. How many of you have sat in silence for 60 minutes? Just like that, intentionally sat in silence 60 minutes with no intention, literally being like this. 60 minutes. So many people are so connected to this fast-paced world that we can't even stay still for 60 minutes. I encourage you after this video, literally put in your calendar this task. And it might not be for 60 minutes straight. It can be even 10 minutes. Try to calm down. Try to stay still, because this is a skill. It's a skill to, it's really a skill to stay grounded. And this sense of being grounded and knowing who you are and being stable, this can lead you to also speak slowly, and therefore can give you a little bit more time to choose your words carefully and to be really more self-aware, because with self-awareness there comes an incredible quality with the person. You are self-aware, you can be so resistant to any external influences that it feels unnatural. So this means if you are a self-aware person, you are going to be choosing your words more carefully, just like if you would be choosing your favorite dream pair of shoes each time you open your mouth. And I'm not saying to be fake or to act like you care about something, or that you would be saying things that you don't agree with just because the occasion. If this situation would appear, rather stay silent. You don't have to talk. Like, we don't always need to say words. We can just skip it. And if someone has a problem with that, that's their problem. But if you do say something, it's really not about being people pleaser or fake or bending your own values. It's about being intentional. It's really just like going on a good run, not in flip-flops, but in running shoes. Your words, just like shoes, leave footprints. They can lift up someone and they can tear down someone else. And people always remember how your words made them feel. And why is this so important? Maybe so many people do have their own shields and they just don't care what people say. The most important person, though, is always listening. And their subconscious mind is always here, on, listening, and most importantly, saving every word. It's you. You are listening to yourself every day, all the time. Your thoughts are your words, even though you don't hear them. They are as important as the words you would say to your child. Because in you there is still a child. You just outgrew them. But they are still in your head, in your subconscious mind. There is this fragile child that listens to every word you say, and also listens to every word that people around you say. So that's why it's so important to choose your circle carefully, just like you choose your pair of shoes. Because the circle you choose are the words you're choosing. And if you choose circle of people that project their fears on you, you will listen to them, even though you think you are ignoring. That's why all the people that are exposing willingly to others that are rude to them, that put them down, and they think that they have the shield and that they can ignore someone like that, they don't really, because they are still there in the situation, fully listening and fully engaged, even though they think that consciously they are just putting their whole focus somewhere else. Their subconscious mind listens to everything they said. And that's why it's so important to stay away from people that are discouraging you, that are just projecting their own fears onto you. It's better to just walk away and to find someone that is encouraging because they believe in themselves. So to end this thought, I would say, by being self-aware, you protect your own self and you protect your child within yourself. And by setting boundaries and being able to say, I'm not going to this gathering of people with bad intentions, and I feel it and I know it. I don't have the time for this. I can't afford it. And like this, you create this world that suits you, that you want to see. So try to choose always the place and the situation where words that are spoken or that are written and spoken with pure intentions that go from the place of love and not from the place of fear. And this is basically everything that I have to say today. This was thought that came to my mind literally when I was putting my shoes on. Just like your shoes, your words also put impression on you. And people will remember that. So understand that you are also one of the people. The way you let yourself loose a little bit, the way you let yourself go outside and look like you aren't going to any meeting, even though you are. The way you talk to yourself and feel like no one is listening, but you are. I hope that you have an amazing day. And if you like these random, sometimes it's really random thoughts, I'll be very happy if you subscribe or if you leave a comment, or you can follow me on Instagram or just write me a message. Let's connect, because I would love to connect with people here. I know that there are some banger walking dopeness people. And yeah, so that's it. Thank you so much for watching and for being here. And yeah, stay awesome.